Pure individual circuitry in human design. So in my circuits, I have only one channel, one and only channel, single definition, and it is individual. This clashes with absolutely everything, with collective people, with tribal people, and with individual people who are also individual in something else. This clashes with me trying to have my life in a routine of anything that society or any other human has deemed regular. If you are a pure individual, or you have a like mostly individual circuitry or overwhelmingly individual circuitry, but let's go pure individual here. Your routine is not going to be like, don't expect that you put a schedule saying today I'm gonna be creative for 2 hours, then I'm gonna do exercise for 2 hours, then I'm gonna rest for 2 hours, then I'm gonna eat at this moment or this moment or this moment. This fluctuates like a pulse, like cocoon stage and butterfly exploding with light bulbs and electricity and fire inventions and wheel inventions and new cars and new models of iPhone and new software just pops out, and tomorrow nothing. The day after that, absolutely nothing. Cocoon stage, melancholy, nothing matters, nihilistic. Why are we even alive? The days where you feel the pulse, where you feel the energy, you better use that energy. You're gonna wake up in the morning and you're gonna feel the pressure. If you don't use the pressure, it becomes depression. If you don't use the pressure, it becomes depression. The other day is gonna be cocoon stage, nothing, introspection, journaling, making nothing. There are days where I sit down and I make 5 to 7 to 50,000 videos. And then for days and days and days, nothing. And if I sit down and I force myself to talk about something, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's like cracking open a cocoon and you find inside nothing, another cocoon and another cocoon. It's not even starting to resemble a butterfly, but you killed it. You killed it. Routine, you can try it. And I'm speaking about creative process here, individual, because this is mutation. This is bringing something new that the species has not seen before. This is why almost every single video that I make is going to trigger somebody. Because I have only individual circuitry. I'm not here to be a collective something, like predict patterns and share stories so much about the world, about like humanity. I am speaking about these things, but I'm speaking from a different place that is more, it's a different place. Collective is like a radio. What is already happening that everybody knows, just blasted in in a more loud sense. Tribal is what is happening in villages, in families, resources, proving hierarchy, defense. Yeah. When the pulse hits, I usually get what I call the urge to purge, meaning that I feel like, okay, I'm going to revamp my whole website. I'm in this process right now. Is intense creation, and at the same time, I'm like burning almost all my clothes. I'm erasing tons and tons of stuff off from my hard drives and from my phone. I'm throwing away minuscule things like endings of papers like this. Like I would be like, I have the urge to purge. I'm gonna cut away like little parts of the paper that I'm not using. I'm just gonna throw it away. I'm gonna clean everything. I'm gonna shave. I'm gonna, cut my hair, whatever. Urge to purge. Even though right now I'm not shaving or cutting the hair, I'm just gonna let it. That's not one of the comparisons. But the urge to purge, when the individual pressure comes, it's gonna try and explode out through you. Because this is the species mutating. You're mutating the species. Individual circuitry is the mutants. It's the X-Men. And I'm pure individual. It's all I am. This is why I get exiled so much. This is why I get, this is why it's hard to explain. Because what is it? It's not, oh, what is that thing over there? What is that beardy, hairy thing over there? Energetic and loud. Just by sitting there. This is individual circuitry. Unrecognizable because I'm bringing something new. And when you bring something new, there's the urge to purge. I make 10 videos and I throw out 70% of all my belongings in one day. And then for 5 days, I do nothing. There's no energy. I sit out in the sun. I walk around. I eat figs. I post the videos. I do. But that's not a creative process. It's chop wood, carry water, back end of the creative process that has to be done in order for things to get out. But the actual creative spark, like I have right now, like I'm doing now, comes with the urge to purge, and you better use this energy. So urge to purge, to burn off and then to rebuild, let's say website, clothing. I'm gonna erase all my IG posts and start over on 2 different channels. Or completely different thumbnails on videos. Or shift everything. Or stop doing something altogether. And that feeling of purging is to make new space for other things to be re-emerging. Throw out stuff, clean everything, organize and simplify. This is something also that happens. I like to do it in a way that I pile all the screenshots I have. I take all the memories, photographic memories, I organize them. Greece, Montenegro, Thailand, Japan, India, Croatia, travels, before death, after death, and similar organizing things, just tidying, like just create, and then create. And you gotta accept when it's done. When the pulse of the individual circuitry is done, it is done. Do not try and more and gasp for more air and fill up your chest to continue to go on. And it's amazing. Yes, it's amazing. But it's on when it wants to be on. Because it's being birthed through you. And you are the vessel artist bringing it to life in this realm. Pulling it from the ether, wanting or not wanting. If you do it, you're gonna be who you truly are. And then a disclaimer. Be careful on those days when there's this high spark coming through you, that you actually use this energy for that, and you gotta keep the focus to do that. Because if you don't, the same energy is going to get pulled extremely easy from the world to be used for something. On those days, you are an extremely narrow channel for things to be created in this world. And if you don't have what you want to bring at that moment, there's going to be somebody and a situation and an activity or just any stupid situation is going to take all your energy. Meaning, in those moments, you going on Instagram and looking up something that usually scares you, it's going to draw you in like this. In those moments, this is the timeline shift that you are doing. In those moments, things will get presented to you, which usually you get hooked, you're going to get hooked 10 times more easily. Because the manifestation current is much stronger. If you are individual circuitry in human design, and especially pure individual, meaning that that's all you got, all your channels are just individual or just one single channel of anything like that's defining you in your human design. I have one single channel, 2 centers defined, the root and spleen, 7 centers open, and that one little thing is individual circuitry. When it's on, it's on. And I grab on it and I ride that wave. And it's not a wave, it's a pulse. It's a real pressure valve that just comes out in 7 videos in half an hour. And then I just sip juice for the rest of the day because I'm like, this is what it's all about. Be careful. Tomorrow, being a nihilistic suicide machine, like, what does this even mean? Because tomorrow nothing's gonna happen. And the day after that, nothing's gonna happen. And the day after that, nothing's gonna happen. And if you're an artist of whatever kind, you resonate with this a lot. Done. Human design readings, in depth, your chart, your design, which thoughts are yours, which emotions are yours, how to discharge both of those, what sexual energy, creative energy is yours, what is not, root, pressure, proving, throat, everything, how to discharge and clean, how to know who you are. It's about consistency and it's about sustainability of energy. It's about energy usage. Human design. I'm a projector guide. I'm here to guide energy. I don't drive the plane. I'm not the plane itself. I'm the guy that lands the plane where it needs to go and says that plane needs fueling. I'm here to guide everybody's energy so they don't give their life, forfeit their life, but give everything they can in such a way that tomorrow they're refreshed and they can do it again by being aligned to their genetic code, their human design, their gene keys, their nervous system is balanced, no addictions, no anxiety, no depression, ideal elemental balancing, embodying the perfect archetype for their body type, individuals, relationships, families, neurodivergent, bipolar, autistic, ADHD, any diagnosis nobody has been able to explain, I can do it. I can help you. iCreateLines.com. Send me an email inquiry. Tell me your life situation. We can set up coaching calls through Zoom. You get recordings. You get PDFs. You get direct feedback from me. You get guided breathwork sessions, guided nervous system balancing, rebalancing sessions. Weekly can be set up weekly, can be set up one time only. 10 or more sessions are discounted and 50% off if you're a projector type. Also, I'm a graphic designer and artist for 20 and plus years. Check out everything on the website and hit me up if you need logos, banners, posters, anything graphic-wise. I work primarily with alternative businesses focused in nature, health. However, if you're there wanting that 90s and 2000s graffiti edge, stylish line, artwork, design, just check it out. You can send me messages through my WhatsApp. You can send me messages through my free Telegram channel, through the website icreatelines.com. Find me on Instagram, donate through my PayPal, buy my audio courses, or listen to my audio courses on my Insight Timer. Everything in the description of this video. Leave a comment below, subscribe and like. You can leave a comment asking a question, and I might use the question to make a video answer about it. Peace, health, abundance, wholeness, prosperity, courage, and clarity.